Welcome back to our YouTube channel where we talk about all things Meta ads. We haven't posted a video for a while, so thank you for sticking around. But today I want to talk to you about Meta ads tips for service-based industries. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Sydney. I'm a Facebook ad expert, Meta ad expert, advertising marketing agency, and I want to go over Meta ads tips for service-based industries because I feel like they're not really talked about enough, and it can be hard to make Meta ads for these industries. But fret no more, because I am going to give you the tea on how you can make great ads, and it's actually a lot simpler than you think. It just takes a little bit of thinking outside of the box. For service-based industries, there often isn't a product that you can just put inside of your ads and make all of the different types of cool ads that the e-commerce industries can. With that, I feel like there's a lot of ads out there for these service-based industries where they are basically just graphic design and they kind of just blend in with the rest of the thing on Facebook or Instagram. They don't really catch attention. So let's fix that. Let me show you how you can actually make really good ads. Now, the first thing I want to go over is offer, like what an offer is, because I am going to be mentioning it many times throughout this video, and I've had comments asked like, what do you mean by offer? So when I refer to an offer, that means the value proposition that you are putting out to your target audience in order to get something from them in return. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we all want something. Your customers want to feel like they're getting something either for free or that is high value, and in exchange, you get their contact information so that your sales team can then call them. Now, an offer isn't necessarily like get a quote or we sell cars. That's a really weak offer. So let me give you just a couple examples here of what I mean by offer, because you want it to be low effort for the person who's actually seeing your ad, but high value. So let's say, for example, you are in the home improvement space. I don't know, you do bathrooms or you know, roofing or plumbing. An offer that you might be more familiar with is like, get a free in-home consultation. Boom. And then that's the offer that you put on your ads. So you make your Facebook ads, you make your graphic design or your videos, and you're like, get a free in-home consultation. That can be good, but to make it stronger and a lot lower effort for the user, why don't we turn that into this free quiz tells you exactly how much your home renovation will cost. So someone who's looking at that on their Instagram or Facebook, they see that, they're like, oh, this is super low effort, and I do want to know exactly how much it costs without someone needing to call me, book a time, me need to be home, and arrange all that. So they can just go fill out the form, you ask a few questions about their home renovation, and with conditional logic inside of your form, you can direct them to a landing page or a thank you page that says, based on your answers, here is what your home renovation will cost. If you're interested, we can give you a call. Someone from our team will give you a call, book a time with us here. Something like that. So we've changed it from in-home, get a free in-home consultation, which is great, to a super high value and low effort offer, which is this free quiz tells you exactly how much your home renovation will cost. That's a much stronger offer because someone is like, yes, I would love to see exactly how much it costs. It saves me from going to multiple different providers and asking what it costs for my home renovation. It's way better in that case. Let's say, for example, you're in the roofing industry or really any industry. You're like, free roofing quote. Tell us your square footage, what kind of roofing you have, your location, and you get a free quote. Instead, why don't we change that to this software uses AI to tell you exactly how much your roofing replacement will cost. And what you can do is, in a lot of different cases, but for roofing especially, you can use something like Google Maps to map out their location of their home and see what kind or the square footage of that home. And then you can give them a super accurate quote on what their roofing will cost. But now you have their contact information, you know where they live, and you can contact them about the roofing job that you want to offer them. And now with both of these offers, it's really important that you also present your client with different options for when they actually are interested. And I always recommend having a low barrier offer. So the starting at, or this is exactly how much a roofing will cost, maybe that is on the lower side of the spectrum, depending on the types of materials they use. So obviously there's premium quality and there's lower quality. So what is the lowest tier that you can package together and put into a quote that your customer will be like, wow, that is a great price. And of course, if they wanted to use that, they definitely could, but you can always upsell them to larger offers or to bigger packages once you actually talk to them. But selling them a really expensive package on the phone typically is a bit harder. So you want to give them a low effort, high value offer that you can capture their information with, and then offer them a low barrier package, but always try and upsell them. I mean, that's ultimately the goal. Not always, but ultimately the goal is that, at the end of the day, we all want to make money, but you want to make sure that it makes sense for the customer as well. So when I'm referring to the offer, it's that type of thing. What is a customer getting in return for them either filling out your form or going on your contact page or booking a call with you? So let's get to the actual tips for service-based industry. My number one recommendation, tip, something that everyone should be doing is get something physical. Like I said, in the service-based industry, there often isn't really something physical. It's a service that you provide. But how can you find something that represents that industry really well and get an actual prop for it? So let me give you some examples. Let's say you're a personal trainer or a fitness instructor, you want to show people, hey, I can help you shed weight, because ultimately that's really what we want to do. Rather than, talking about the services that you offer and what they get, what you also want to include is a physical prop. So on Amazon, you can go and search up like a fat prop. So it looks like, those like balls of fat, and use that and actually record your own videos or send that to a creator to record some videos. And let's say in your hook or your offers, like shed up to 50 pounds in 6 months or 3 months or whatever your promise is, and take a potato peeler, take that fat and scrape that piece of like fat prop with the potato peeler, because you're shredding the weight off. So while there is no physical product, you've made one, and it can help people understand and visualize what is going to happen, and also creates a really great hook. So the hook is in the first 3 to 5 seconds of a video, or even just on an image. So it captures them and it's like interesting, but also kind of explains and represents what you are offering to them. Okay, another one is, let's say you're in the investment industry or like financials or like a trading, maybe you have like a trading app, something that revolves around money. I definitely would recommend getting like fake money and using that inside of your ads. And I'll show you how to incorporate these a little bit further down in the video. But getting fake money, I mean, you can buy that on Amazon. You can also get like a money gun. We've used this a few times where, you can like shoot money out of this like gold gun. I mean, there's other different colors as well. Let's say you offer personal loans. Again, these are called kind of like, I guess, quote unquote, boring industries, but you can make it fun. So let's say you offer personal loans, maybe you make a mock-up credit card and you actually have a physical credit card with your company logo, and it makes it look really real. And while maybe they don't actually get a credit card, people understand the concept of money and how a credit card plays into a personal loan. Another one that I've really liked using is actually getting a briefcase and putting that fake money inside of the briefcase. So let's say, for example, you're a personal injury lawyer. Personal injury lawyers for automotive like crashes, they can help people get more for their crash. So we've put like money inside of a briefcase, and then we've used different methods, which you'll find further in the video, to actually write down that offer with a briefcase. And people understand what is inside of a briefcase. We also had the money, the fake money, like placed on top of the briefcase. And it just helps people, again, like understand what you're talking about and add a visual element to it, rather than just, going to Canva or Photoshop and making a graphic design, which everyone is doing, right? All of these different tips are with the goal of making ads a lot more compelling, fun, and actually get people to stop and watch your videos or your images on your Facebook ads. So my second tip is to show the application process. So I'm sure that you've seen ads where it's a screen recording of the phone going through the application process. Yeah, honestly, everyone does that. But how can you get that application process and show them what are the types of questions they ask, or even just give a visual representation of what it's like to fill out that form in many different settings? So I've actually taken my phone and recorded myself on the computer, actually looking at the screen in different settings. So in a bedroom with my legs up on the bed, on a couch, in an office, in the kitchen. placing that laptop in different places, maybe at a coffee shop as well, and then going through the application process on the computer. And maybe not everyone's using computers, but they understand the concept. And it allows so much variation in the type of B-roll that you can get. B-roll would be anything that plays, while maybe there's a voiceover happening. But you can take that same concept of going through that application process, going through the questions and the names, and maybe even getting to the thank you page where a free quote or the free estimate is displayed, but getting that in different scenarios. Other ways that you can get that application process is on an iPad. Actually holding your phone and recording with another phone, you going through the application process, again, in different settings. You could also remove the background from that video or from that image and show the application process, but in different settings while you're actually typing on your phone versus just a regular screen recording. Again, this kind of comes back to my first point about getting your service into the physical world, showing them what it's actually like and visually getting a representation of what it's like to work with you or even just to apply to work with you. And my third tip is to bring your online marketing into the physical world. So if you think about like a regular, graphic design or a video, you use different fonts to write on the ad. Right? That's very typical, we definitely understand that. But rather than actually using your computer to write this offer, we talked about offer in the beginning of the video, write that offer in a notebook. So you can take this, you take a marker, you write your offer in this notebook, maybe you place it down, you put your marker beside it, boom, you take a picture of that. And now you have the same type of messaging, it's just actually in the physical world. Another great one is on a whiteboard. So you write your offer on a whiteboard with the dry erase markers, and if you do have that physical product, maybe you stick that product on the whiteboard. Maybe you're actually explaining with a whiteboard. You're taking a video explaining on the whiteboard, so it's a video, whereas the other examples that I gave was just like an image. We've used whiteboards a lot, and you can see in the back here, whiteboards worked a lot, so we actually got a blackboard. And this one actually glows neon, so the markers are neon, and then you turn on the black light and it really glows. So whiteboard, blackboard, or an actual real blackboard with chalk. Sticky notes, I love using sticky notes. So any of the ones that I just mentioned, the notebook, blackboard, whiteboard, writing on sticky notes and then putting that on the whiteboard or on the blackboard or inside of the notebook. Sticky notes work really well because the bright colors I do find tend to help your ad perform well. So sticky notes, amazing, and put that beside the physical product that you got. I'm sure if you do look and research different ads, you've seen sticky notes being used. They are becoming more popular. Nonetheless, they work. Sticky notes work because we're bringing the online marketing into the physical world. In the beginning of the video, I talked about how e-commerce, they have actual products. So you can actually touch and feel the actual products. If you don't like it, you can return it basically, and you can make lots of different pieces of content with the actual product. But in this case, we're a real human that needed to take the actual time to write on a sticky note, to write on the notebook or the whiteboard. And so it shows that oh, this is actually a real person doing this. So I actually do trust them a little bit more. If people are worried about scams or if they're actually a real company, by doing these things, you're almost adding this sense of trustworthiness because you actually had to do that. It's not just you paid a random person to make an ad on the internet, or maybe even AI can do it these days. AI can pretty much do whatever, but a real human actually had to do this. So your offer, you can put it on any of those different elements. So for example, let's say you're a roofer. You take a sticky note, maybe one of those big sticky notes. You write free quiz tells you exactly how much your roofing job will cost. You put it on the roof, you take a picture and you make sure that you can see the asphalt roofing behind it. Boom, that's your ad right there. So the offer is free quiz or free assessment to see how much your roof will cost. Let's say you are in the automotive industry, I don't know, selling cars, or even, I give the example, the personal injury lawyer, whatever it is. Take any of these options, whiteboard, sticky note, notebook, put your offer, take this notebook, put it on the dash of your car. with your offer on top of it. Put your sticky notes on the roof of the car and put it under the windshield so we can very easily see that it's on a car and your offer is there. Let's say you have cars that are as low as like get financing for $100 a month. Get a car for just $100 a month. New cars for just $100 per month. I don't know. I'm not even sure if that's real, but so your super compelling offer, you write it on whatever these physical assets, and then you use that in your ad. And I am going to bring up the personal injury lawyer one more time because we are working with this type of industry right now. Let's say you have an ad and I see on, it's like, I don't know, it looks like a Canva design and it says personal injury lawyer for automotive crash. Boring. That's boring, does not capture my eye, does not make me want to do anything when I see that. Rather, what if we said something like, this free assessment tells you exactly how much your crash is worth. This is a lot higher in the funnel. So it's not so niche down to the exact person who understand who that type of injury lawyer is and why they would be like what they actually do for their clients. We're actually increasing the amount of people we can reach by saying, were you in a crash? Well, this free tool tells you exactly how much your crash could be worth. Inside of the quiz or the form, there's qualifying questions that would kind of lead them into a direction of how much their crash might be worth. And in these quizzes, with the conditional logic, you can qualify or disqualify them. So it actually overall is a much better offer for the customer, but also for the company as well, because you know that you're actually getting qualified leads. But presenting the offer or what you're providing to your customers in these very different type of ways is going to help you make ads that are way better. I'm seeing a lot more of these types of ads come out. We've been doing it for a couple of years now, but they are tested, they work, and we've been using these type of ads over and over for different clients because it just produces such great results. So if you guys have any questions about these types of tips, or if you've tried them, let me know in the comment section below. But overall, my tip is to get something physical, make it look different, and bring your online marketing into the actual physical world to actually increase trustworthiness and make your ads a lot more fun to look at. Especially for these more like boring industries, these are really great ways for you to target your audience, for them to understand what you're talking about and want to convert with a great offer that is low effort, high value, that you can qualify or disqualify them with. And in the end, it is a better day for us all when we can make more money, but also provide our customers with a great experience and what they want overall. So that's it for today's video. I hope you learned something new, and go ahead and try these different formats and let me know how it goes.